Dating red flags. The top 3 giant dating red flags you must avoid. Hi, I'm Renee, the founder of thefemininewoman.com, where we teach you how to show up as a high-value, high-status woman and easily inspire a deep sense of emotional commitment from men. Now, as a woman dating in this sometimes confusing and superficial era, you really have to be smart in the way that you go about dating. And you have to be particularly smart when online dating, because you are getting to know someone through a screen initially, right? As such, you don't get to witness all the little nuances in body language, speech, and eye movement that you may witness when you first meet someone in person. Dating apps are a haven for scammers, narcissists, players, and yes, adulterous married men too. However, we can't let this fact take away from all the truly high-value men, the great men online, who are really sitting there waiting to get to know you. Yes, they exist, even online. And I'll show you exactly how to connect to the souls of these truly great men later on in this video. Here are the top 3 dating red flags you must avoid. Dating red flag number 1. He's not attuned to you. Now, if you understand the concept of attunement at all, you'll understand the value of attunement when dating men. If you are not attuned to a man, or he's not attuned to you, there will be trouble in your future. The reason for this is that when there's no attunement, there's no hope in falling in love for either of you. And there's definitely no relationship on the horizon. You can count on that. For 2 people to really fall in love, there has to be attunement. Has to be. Think of attunement like this. It is the act and the art of responding to someone and being on the same page as them. Kind of like meeting them where they are at. When 2 people are in love, they do this naturally. The more a man is only dating for himself and what he can get out of the situation, the less responsive and attuned he will be to you. The less a man responds to you and the less you respond to him, the more the relationship breaks down. A narcissist in general won't have the capacity to be attuned to you and meet you where you are at, because they're only looking to take what they can get for themselves. A scammer would also not be able to be attuned to you. A player, a man who is only there looking for the sex he can get, will not be attuned to you. A man with crippling low self-esteem would not be able to be attuned to you. A man who is genuinely wanting to connect with you, he will prioritize attunement. So look out for that. This means that he will respond to your jokes, your chatter, your questions, and your energy at least 70% of the time. He won't just ignore you or give you flat energy. By flat energy, I mean he doesn't seem to value the conversation enough to keep it going. He lets the conversation momentum die repeatedly over time. In other words, talking to him is like beating a dead horse. Now, of course, all conversations lose momentum. We're adults here. We have things to do. We have lives to live and responsibilities to attend to. This is why I said he will respond to you at least 70% of the time. Now, this particular red flag applies very much in online dating. If you are serious about online dating, and I hope that you're serious about it, then you should be testing each and every man that you are interested in having a conversation with. How do you do that? By using high-value banter. You initiate a conversation with a man that you are interested in using this high-value banter. And this is all the test you'll need to find out if he's a high-value man who is attuned to you. This is, in fact, the one enormous online dating red flag that I would say is invariably true. You see, I don't always like the concept of searching for red flags, because this can cause you to just be on guard too much and it can keep you responding in fear. A man could harbor a few of the traditional or commonly understood red flags in his personality, but still actually be an upstanding, incredibly high-value man. However, because you're searching for red flags out of fear or uncertainty or a lack of confidence in your own ability to feel a man's intent, you miss the fact that they aren't red flags whatsoever. For example, a toxic, narcissistic man can pay for an expensive dinner for you and make you feel like he's the ultimate gentleman and you the ultimate princess. Only you find out that he was doing it to manipulate you in a negative, toxic way. Contrast that with the fact that some of the most seemingly annoying or anger-inducing actions can have a loving and giving intent. This is why relying on and searching for dating red flags can sometimes mislead you. We want to be aware of some important dating red flags, but we don't want to become overly reliant on them. Now, how can you test whether he's attuned to you in online dating? It's simple. Use high-value banter. This banter method was created by my husband and I for women to use with men online. And if you visit the high-value banter page, you'll see that so many women have had success using it. So go to highvaluebanter.com to learn more and to find out about this amazing free class. Women are getting asked out on dates super fast, and the dates are actually with high-value men, not duds. Okay, dating red flag number 2. He puts little to no effort into his online dating bio or into talking to you. If a man doesn't put any effort into the most basic thing, his online dating profile or bio, then he is not serious about connecting with you or about the process of online dating. Not putting in effort into writing anything compelling in his dating profile bio that would actually allow women to connect to him or, say, learn more about him, that is evidently an online dating red flag. If you find that he puts zero effort into the conversation with you as well, then do conclude that he isn't actually there to converse with you. Instead, perhaps he's just there to gawk at profiles, or to pick up easy women, or perhaps just for the excitement of having random conversations with strangers. Remember, you're not doing online dating to just pass the time. You're doing it to be able to connect with someone in the hope that it will lead to something more, i.e., a relationship. The most basic requirement for you as a woman is that the man would be willing to connect on some level with you. True? Again, if you really want to connect to a man's soul quickly online, then go to highvaluebanter.com to discover how online dating has completely changed and why you as a woman need to use high value banter in order to quickly weed out the wrong types of men online and instead create emotional attraction with the best of men. And that's even if no man has ever given you any love and all you've ever encountered so far are pen pals, ghosts, booty calls and duds. My man David runs this free class and I highly recommend that you listen to it. Okay, dating red flag number 3. He panders to women's need for a relationship and commitment. This can also be known as love bombing. If a man talks about a commitment very early on in the dating process, that's a red flag. Here's a simple but useful fact. No man is ready for commitment in the first conversation online or even in the first few weeks of meeting you. When men pander to your need for commitment or for marriage too early, it's just a strategy that some men use in order to scam you. They may scam you in order to get money from you or to get into your pants or even to fast track his way to have sex with you. Here's a good example. A lady posted this screenshot of a man's text messages to her on my Facebook group. Have a look. See the keywords in his first text? I would actually enjoy that, especially with you. Especially with you? They just started talking. This kind of language plays to a woman's need for exclusivity, i.e. signals of commitment, far too early. And another one from his text. You know, if you keep thinking of these kinds of things to do together, I might fall head over heels for you. No man falls head over heels in love with a woman just for suggesting special things to do before they have even met. This kind of early attachment in relation to suggestions for sweet or romantic dates actually tends to be a bias that women have, not men. And the final kicker, which I love, quote, I deleted my account because I want to give you 150% of my attention. This is all too much, too soon. Too much exclusivity signaling is what I would like to call it. He's sending signals that they can be exclusive, way before he even should. It is simply not possible to skip over all these steps and milestones of the first in-person date, the development of emotional attraction, the gaining and development of trust, and a bunch of other factors that can't be shortcut before they get to the stage of exclusivity. The rule in dating red flags is this: If it feels too soon, it is too soon. Okay, my husband actually has a video on the one giant red flag that all women routinely fall for in online dating. If you're serious about avoiding red flags in online dating, I suggest you go watch that. By the way, do you have any other dating red flags to share with us? Please do in the comments below, because the best people we can learn from is each other. I'll speak to you next time. Bye bye.